Welcome back to another Project Rebirth review. Endgame is finally in theaters, so I figured there'd be no better time than to do my first review on a Marvel action figure. This figure is the Captain America figure from Endgame, and it's a Build-A-Figure for Thanos. Here's a look at the front of the box. Here is the left side of the box, the right side, and here's a look at the back of the box. It reads, "The first Avenger, Steve Rogers, continues to protect the world from evil as the star-spangled hero, Captain America." The back of the box also shows down here all the figures you need to collect for the Build-A-Figure for Thanos. Here's a closer look at the Build-A-Figure Thanos and the figures you need to collect. Alright, let's get Captain America out of the box. So here's the figure out of the box, and this figure's really cool looking. And I do know there's a name for the suit that he's wearing, and I'm going to avoid using it. So I'm just going to refer to it as his, new uniform or new suit, because I want to avoid any spoilers. Now, I haven't seen the movie, so it's not like I can necessarily spoil anything because I haven't seen it yet. But I'm just going to refer to it in that fashion. But I do have a initial impression of the figure, one negative one. And here's the back of the shield, and you can see that or maybe you can't. So this strap area is much wider than this one. So it's meant to, the forearm goes through here, and he should be gripping the strap here with his hand, or the hand portion would go through there. And if you look at the figure, we have one hand with a fist, so obviously he's not gripping the shield there. And then here's more of a grip here, but here's the frustrating thing. If you put the shield through there, and you want to have a bent arm holding the shield, this strap is too far away from where that would go. And I've played around with it a little bit off camera, and I'm assuming I'll eventually get this to work, but it's certainly not working easily. And that's kind of a big frustration. Okay, so after a little bit of work and pushing, I was able to bend the strap over this far. It's really not completely in the figure's hand, but certainly he can hold it now. But it took a little bit more manipulation than I think that should have taken. And probably a lot of these are for adult collectors anyway. But if a small child were to try to do this, they either might not have the skill to do it, or might lose patience and get frustrated. Just a note. Let's take a 360 look at this Captain America from Endgame. Alright, let's take a look at articulation. The figure's head can rotate all the way around, and it can look up and down slightly. Figure's arm can rotate to 90 degrees, rotate at the upper bicep, and bend at the elbow. and rotate at the wrist. Figure can turn at the waist, and there's a really significant ab crunch, and the figure can also bend backward significantly. Legs, figure can do out the split still about there. At the upper thigh, there is rotation and a nice double jointed knee. Can flex at the foot, and there is ankle pivot or an ankle rocker. So some really nice articulation with this figure. This figure is just at or slightly over 6 inches tall. Let's compare this Endgame Steve Rogers with some other figures. Here is the Endgame Captain America with, on the left, the World War II Captain America from Captain America, the First Avenger. And here he is with the Captain America figure from the Winter Soldier. Here he is alongside the Captain America figure from Avengers Age of Ultron. Here's the Endgame Captain America with the Marvel Now Captain America. Here he is with the Black Widow. Here he is with the Mighty Thor. And finally, here he is with the Winter Soldier. So here's my final thoughts with regard to Marvel Legends Captain America figure from Avengers Endgame. Overall, I think this is a fantastic figure. If I could change a few things, it would be that I wish it came with an alternative head that you could swap out with an unmasked version of Steve Rogers. Also, with regards to the left arm, I wish that fist could be removed with alternatives with an open grip that could hold either a pistol, or you could hold the shield and swap out which hand is holding the shield. So those are some minor thoughts. And also, as you saw from the beginning of the video, that shield was very hard to put in place. And my suspicion would be that I think that many of the ones in this series are sharing a body sculpt. So I don't think this was meant just for Captain America, and therefore I don't think they had this shield in mind with the arm length and ratio there. That's just my suspicion. But overall, this is a great looking figure. As you can see from the collection of figures shown in this video, I have a lot of Captain America figures. He's absolutely one of my favorite characters, right up there with Batman and Superman, and certainly worthy of respect. And I've really enjoyed the series of movies to date. And this figure is a fine representation of that, and really kind of just a good souvenir to remind you of the Avengers Endgame movie. So bottom line, should you buy this figure? Absolutely, hell yes. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next Project Rebirth review.
Faulty game.